This lamp is going to be the death of me because either it's too dark or it's right in my face. Or it's making my neck look lighter than it is. Just as a side note, I love this. Okay, my face is the same color as my arms, and then you have my funky neck color, and then of course you got that going on. This is what happens when you're self-conscious and you don't wear shorts and tank tops. I just wore a tank top for the first time in like 10, 15 something years a few days ago, and I finally got, what are these? I don't know what these are, but this is what I got. And that's as far as I'm going. That's as high as the hem's going, sorry. The reason why I started this video is probably obvious. That is because I got a ThinkGeek capsule, and I kind of feel bad because I feel like I'm suddenly making a crap load of videos that all of a sudden all I'm doing is showing off stuff instead of talking. So I kind of feel weird about that, but I haven't been feeling well the past couple days, so I feel like if I don't turn the camera on, you're never gonna see me again. I'm holding in my hand the second ThinkGeek capsule. I didn't stutter, yay! And this is July's capsule. It came in today on August 1st because it usually ships out by the 20th. With the last capsule, I had a faint idea of some of the stuff that was going to be in there. And, like, I actually knew what the Legend of Zelda t-shirt was going to look like. I knew I was getting that monkey pin. I don't know what's in this one. All I know is the franchises that might be involved, but I don't know, have no idea what it looks like. So, here we go. This says Think Capsule number 2. ThinkGeek Capsule number 2. This time it says, spoiler alert, Picard defeats the Borg. Also, don't open this if you don't want to know the contents of your capsule. So I'm going to put this aside so I can be surprised. So this is, just like last time, I get a collectible pin. This one says, Star Stuff Edition.
So, I'm going to open it and find out what I got.
Oh, cute. So I got a little hug astronaut dude. Oh, this is just, okay, there we go. So those were all the 4 possible pins I could have gotten. And I got the little pug one, which I think is really cute. Okay, so what's next in the box is Batman colored pencil set, and I did do a video for my book channel, my reading channel, and I had just said that I wish I had more colored pencils. And on the inside, and this is really cool, there are some things to color with. Okay, the lighting was really bad when I originally recorded this part, and you could barely see the photos, so I just went and recaptured them real quick. So here you go. And it also has a pencil sharpener that's built in to the lid. And I'm not going to try to put those... I just flung that across the room. I'm not going to attempt to put these back in. There's no point. So what do we have next? Okay. Hidden Universe Travel Guides. Star Trek Vulcan. So I'm going to open this. I'm going to go ahead and open this up. As you can tell, I have no idea what any of this stuff is. I had no clue, so... Okay, so we have... There's postcards. So, destination postcards. And it's an actual... That is so cool, guys. Okay, I just kind of flipped through it, and it's a travel guide. It's the travel guide you would take with you when you go to Planet Vulcan. Yeah, this is cool. This is really, really cool. How to behave, customs, food. Awesome. Okay, so I was in the middle of editing this video and I realized that I didn't really show the book. So I wanted to show you what it kind of looks like on inside so you can get an idea, especially since you can't buy this. It's just for the box. Yeah, this is really cool. I really, really like the idea of this. I've always liked maps. Okay, I just wanted to give you guys an idea of what it looked like on the inside, so sorry I didn't do that in the first place, so let's get back to the rest of the video. Okay, next is Game of Thrones house sigils. And I have not read any of the Game of Thrones books, and I have not seen any of the series, and I'm just feeling that there is someone who's watching this video that is going to hate me. I am sorry. Okay. So this says, "Hear me roar, Lannister." So this is the sigil. This is House Lannister, and I obviously don't know what that is. I do not believe in pretending that you know what something is when you don't. I know nothing about Game of Thrones. Okay, so it looks like this is the last thing, and this is Dungeons and Dragons. I will tell you, when it comes to Dungeons and Dragons, my geeky path ends with the video games. I have never actually played traditional D&D before in my life. I have never even been invited to a D&D game. So I've only ever played the video games that have come out over the years. So once again, it's one of those moments where I feel like someone's going to want to strangle me because I'm getting good stuff in here. At least I know what this is. I'm not so out of the loop in Dungeons & Dragons that I don't know what this is. So this is a patch sticker. It is a sticker that looks like a patch. That's literally what it is. It has the patch material, but you just literally peel it and slap it on somewhere. And I'm assuming this is a t-shirt. And I love it, and I am not giving this away. I don't care. I love it. First of all, I think I have like all of 2 red t-shirts. There is no way, I don't care. There's no way I'm giving this up. Okay, it says Born Lucky, and you have the die. Let me get the light up a little bit. Because I was thinking if there were things that I didn't like, that I might give it away. There's no way that someone is going to get this out of my grasp. I love it. I love it. As you saw from the last unboxing with the first shirt, it fit, but it was a little too tight. So I went and changed it so I would get an extra large. I'm going to see if it fits a bit better. So here it is. So here's the way the shirt fits. I love this shirt, and no, you can't have it. And then at the very bottom, of course, is a promo code to get between $5 and $100. As a matter of fact, I think I'm just going to go ahead and look this up now. instead of posting it when it's more than likely going to be $5. That's kind of like an odds thing.
So I'm gonna go ahead. And look this up now because I might forget. .com/review. So
I haven't used the first $5 one that I got, and that was mainly just because I haven't decided what I wanted, because you can't use it on anything that is already clearance or on sale. It's not like if it was a gift card, you would be able to.
but
It's not a gift card, it's like a coupon. So we're going to find out.
you have to enter that whole thing. Yeah, reading is not valid. That's why I don't like entering in codes because I always like mess it up. There we go. I missed a letter.
Okay, so once again, it's worth $5. I figured that it was going to be worth $5 because that's obviously there's going to be more $5 cards going out. But that's still pretty cool. And, you know, $5, it's like, ooh, $5. But it helps with shipping. That's the way I look at it. So that's everything. So it's pretty much everything I told you, but I just wanted to show you guys one thing. On here, it shows you 2 other pins that you could get that were a little more rare than the other ones. Was this be called a helmet? I feel so ignorant when I can't think of words, but you guys know why my words get jumbled. But see, you have a goldish looking one, and I guess this would be like a bronze looking one. If I were to directly compare June's box with July's, I will be honest and say that I think I was a little more excited about last month's box, but I think that was just that stuff was more my world as far as the geek world. There's all these different geek paths you can go down, and I think that was just more my type of stuff, but that doesn't mean I don't appreciate any of this stuff. But I really do like the box. I'm definitely glad that I got the box. I think the thing that I least connected with was obviously the Game of Thrones item, and that's just because I don't know anything about Game of Thrones. It's just I happen to never watch it. I know it's good, okay? I know it's something I would get into, but it just hasn't happened. The items that I like the most are a pug pin, and believe it or not, this shirt, despite the fact that I've only played Dungeons and Dragons video games and like really don't have that connection, I absolutely adore this shirt. I love it. You couldn't pay me to give this shirt to you. I'm just saying. Almost everything in this box is a ThinkGeek Capsule exclusive. I have a hard time saying ThinkGeek Capsule. Pretty much everything in the box is an exclusive, with the exception of the Game of Thrones canvas art and the Marvel/DC mini posters. I obviously got DC. But everything else is an exclusive. Ha ha! I'm horrible. Once again, I'm really glad I got this. I wasn't feeling well. I haven't been feeling well the past couple days, and I've actually been waiting for this to come in. By the way, do you like my new glasses? What do you think? But that's it. What did you think of this one? I don't know what I'm going to do with this. Usually when I get stickers, I'm like a little kid. I'm like, I gotta stick it on something, but then I'm like, ooh, but I feel like I can find someone that's a fan of Dungeons and Dragons and give it to them, and I think they'll appreciate it way more. Look at the camera. I don't know when I stopped looking at the camera. So, once again, I'm really glad that I got this box, even though, as I said, I didn't connect to it as much as I did the first box. I still really do like the stuff that was included in it. So that was the second one. So the next box, the third box, I will probably be doing either the end of this month or the beginning of September, depending on how fast it gets shipped. So thank you for watching, and I will see you soon.